Ladies and gents, hello and welcome to the Flying Saturday channel. It's roadmap time for this month, so let's go through the roadmap and see what's come with it as this Class 2 20 Voyager leaves by Birmingham New Street Station. No, double set, nice. Anyways, so another month, another Train Sim World roadmap update. I'm reading this from the article, by the way, which I will leave a link for in the description. Welcome back everyone, we hope you enjoyed your experience in TSW6 so far. We're back for another update, and for those joining us for the first time, this article is a monthly check-in that continues the conversation between our teams and all of you for what to expect beyond the launch from both us and our partners, including brand new add-on announcements, new updates and details, sneak peeks on our current routes in development, more ways for you to get involved with our community, and challenge yourself with new mastery rewards available in-game and any key information that you'll need to know. Earlier on in October, we also outlined a summary of our plan for improvements coming to TSW6, and we'll continue to outline what this plan looks like, so you can stay informed about what improvements and key fixes are headed your way and what we're focusing on. We're listening to all the feedback across our communities and working with our leaders in all groups to build targeting patches that directly improve your experience. And you can join the executive producer of Trains, Matt, and senior community manager Alex on the TSW live stream, which will be live as this video's going live. I'll link a link for that in the description so you can have a look at like the Q&A stuff and cool stuff like that. Just a friendly reminder that the free starter pack is ending on November 11th for TSW6, so 5 days. You can claim it on all the relevant platforms, and it's free. And you get all your content with you, and you'll be able to upgrade add-ons such as Great Western Express for when that gets remastered soon-ish. If with the in the free starter pack, that's just a couple of updates and improvements supported, and it allows you to use the SD40 American diesel locomotive in the training center, which is available to everyone for free. And as I say, it ends on November 11th. So if you want it, now's the time to do it if you haven't already. There's a new Dovetail support website. With the launch of TSW6, we also set our new support website live, full of detailed guides, support pages, and websites you can access to answer any questions you have. Feel free to browse some of the key links in the article, and as a reminder, our older website hosted via FreshDeck will no longer load as this has been replaced. And we've got some content up ahead from the team at Dovetail. So they say, firstly, we wanted to talk development on the add-ons we're developing for our own teams before we dive into the content from our range of partner development teams. So the first one we're going to look at is Frankenbahn Stuttgart to Heilbronn from Dovetail Games. Welcome back to another update for Frankenbahn Stuttgart to Heilbronn, and a new southwest German route coming from our team set in the 2000s era, featuring the brand new DBBR 140 and the new Wittenberger Sturwagen cab car. For today's update, we'll be focusing more on the included stock that you'll be able to drive, as well as details on the new features you can expect. The DBBR 140, included with the route, will offer yet more classic locomotive traction in TSW, with features such as a single release brake. This can offer some challenging gameplay managing the application and release, the latter of which can be triggered when the lever is placed one step down. The BR140 will support a standard set of toggleable train bolts, so very similar to the 802s and the ICTs and the Talent 2s and yes, stuff like that. The Wittenberger Cup car adds equally classic passenger stock with multiple control systems compatible with different types of locomotive. The development team are currently working on implementing these controls with different locos in the game, including the DBBR218. We will confirm which locomotives will be able to function with this cab car closer to the release. Like the BR140, toggleable train faults will be implemented for the cab car, as will passenger announcements throughout the coaches. In addition to the 140 and the cab car, the route add-on will include the DBBR 111 and wagon coaches and the DBBR 363. The variant of the BR 111 and N-Wagon coaches will be updated to feature the following toggleable train faults: wobber failures, pantograph failures, circuit breaker failures, handbrake failures, stuck passenger doors, and passenger lighting failures. Some minor bug fixes and improvements will also be made to this BR 111 N-Wagon coaches and BR 363 over previous versions. As a final note, can confirm this route will be developed for PC and Gen 9 consoles only, so available on Steam, Epic, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and X. We'll keep updating you over the next few weeks as more information and screenshots become available to showcase. And the other new route from DevTel currently being developed is NEC New York to Stamford. We also wanted to share a small update on our new US route heading back to the Northeast Corridor with a new Metro North M8 EMU. Currently, our teams just started working on the environment and track laying for the route, so it's a little early for screenshots and further information at this stage. But for those very keen about a new US adventure from the team, stay tuned over the next few months as we'll slowly start revealing new details and images as they become ready to share. And now to flick over to the partner program. So let's now take a closer look at the incredible range of content we have coming for TSW6 from our wonderful third-party developers and partners. And a new announcement to start us off with the BNSF GP60M and GP60B from High Iron Simulations. Now that we're approaching the final release pack of the Santa Fe pack, which you can read about in the article, which I will link down below, that was shared yesterday at the time of recording. The High Iron Simulation team are now looking ahead to announce some of their latest projects, this time including the distinctive Superfleet GP60M and GP60B coming to TSW6. High Iron Simulation says that the Electromotive GP60M and the cabless sister GP60B were among the most distinctive and stylish of North America's third-gen diesels, and this duo is soon coming to TSW. Built by Electromotive in 1990 to 1991 at the request of the Santa Fe Railway to power the railroad's Superfleet intermodal trains, 63 3,800 horsepower GP60Ms equipped with wide-nose North American cabs were constructed along with 23 cabless GP60B booster units. Originally dressed in AT and SF's legendary war bonnet livery, the GP60M/B fleet joined the roster of newly formed BNSF Burlington Northern Santa Fe in 1996, and the majority of the handsome and potent details remain in service today. The upcoming locomotive pack will deliver authentic and richly detailed renditions of the M and the B in BNSF liveries. The M will be included in BNSF H2 and H4 schemes, while the GP60B will wear BNSF's H1 livery. Joining the locomotives in the pack will be an all-new model of the railroad's modern articulated spine intermodal car with trailer and container loads, as well as an ex-Santa Fe GA series ribbed side 3-bay covered hopper in BNSF colours. The GP60M and the B will be put to work in a realistic selection of mainline and local timetable services and scenarios on the Cajon Pass route, and will offer a robust selection of bonus scenarios on the San Bernardino route. The extraordinary Electromotive M and B in original Santa Fe red and silver war bonnet livery, as well as BNSF patched edition of the war bonnet livery, will also become available in the forthcoming TSW livery pack. Get ready to climb aboard one of North America's most remarkable and notable contemporary diesels with the upcoming TSW6 GP60M and B from Ohio Simulations. Does look pretty good from the screenshots, I do have to say. So American fans, you're gonna like that one. And then Santa Fe Onkahan Pass gameplay pack is releasing next week. So, as mentioned above, be sure to catch the release of the Santa Fe Onkahan Pass pack releasing next week on Thursday, November 13th. And it says, experience California railroading of the 1990s and let the lavish colours of the ATSF repopulate the rugged Cajon Pass route during the final years of Santa Fe operations. Embark on a variety of duties with two classic examples of ATSF equipment, the C-48W and the SD-40-2, in iconic war bonnets and freight liveries. The pack will also feature 3 entirely new AT and SF freight cars and 3 existing TSW freight cars repainted in Santa Fe liveries. And you can read all about the pack in detail on the Santa Fe Onkahan Pass gameplay pack article, which will be linked down below. And next from All Aboard Studios, who gave us Bumman Crew, which you are looking at as background footage, we've got the BR Class 805, also known as Evero. So, following the launch of their first TSW add-on with Birmingham Crew, the All Aboard Studio teams are back for an update on the Class 805 currently in development. Let's hear from the team about their progress and further details. So, All Aboard Studios have said that as they are moving closer to release, the 805 is now in its final stages of development, and the team is excited to be adding another key piece to the modern look of the West Coast Main Line. Throughout testing, the unit has brought a fresh and contemporary energy to the routes it serves. Its responsive traction, dual mode capability, responsive traction, I should say, dual mode capability, newly captured 2024 audio, and sharp and fancy styling all combine to give it a very present day feel. It has been designed to sit naturally within the modern railway, and its arrival completes an important part of the current WCML picture. Alongside the timetable that are working on for WCML South, they are pleased to reveal that Birmingham Crew will also receive a full modern-day 24-hour timetable based on the real operations in 2025. This does not replace the original 2019 version. Instead, which is this one, it provides a completely different style of action that reflects how the route runs today. Liverpool services now turn back at Birmingham New Street. The Stoke Loop service is represented through an AI shuttle that waits out on Stafford Platform 6, and the much-loved Class 390s between Crewe and Birmingham now call at Stafford, with reduced wait times at Wolverhampton to better reflect the current pattern. The variety continues with broader freight representation, fresh rail tour paths, and a set of empty coaching stock moves that ensure there is always something new happening around you. And it does look pretty awesome. The Class 805 sits naturally within this updated flow, strengthening the sense of a living modern West Coast mainline without dominating the timetable. It contributes with a mix of short and long distance workings and regular depot movers to and from Oxley, helping the wider service pattern feel busy and up to date. West Mids continue to handle stopping and fast regional runs between Birmingham and Wolverhampton. LNWR's Class 350s managed to establish semi-fast pattern to Crewe, and Transport for Rails maintain their cross-border movements in line with present-day behaviour. A special number of workings also appear, including Class 47 rail tours and a recreation of the 2024 Class 323 rail tour, each supported by unique empty stock activity. So, I know someone is going to be very excited about that. So, across the full 24-hour period, the timetable contains 2,171 services in total, with 510 of them being drivable. It makes full use of modern stock where appropriate, with some old attraction retained where it improves the completeness and gameplay value of the timetable. As with other routes, any layers that affect immersion can be disabled to suit player preferences. The aim is to provide another fully organised and believable and contemporary timetable for Birmingham to Crewe that stands confidently alongside the new West Coast Mainline South 2025 timetable. With both routes now gaining their own modern-day working patterns and the Class 805 tying the network together with its current intercity presence, The West Coast Main Line is about to feel more alive, more connected, and more reflective of today's railway than ever before. We're excited for players to get their hands on the 805 and its enhanced gameplay inclusions, which give WCML fans even more to thrive on. And Dovetail say thank you to all aboard studios for this month's update, and we look forward to sharing more information as we approach the end of the year. But for now, let's head over to our friends at Just Trains for details on their 2 upcoming releases. And from Transport and from Just Trains first, we got the Transport for Rails Class 142 Pacer. Firstly, we want to provide a less wordy, more screenshotty update on the TFW Class 142 add-on, coming for the Cardiff City Network route as it gets closer to release. We've provided various updates on this add-on in past roadmaps, which you can jump to with our links for the announce in April, modelling details, and key timetable information, which will be linked down below. But here's a short summary if you didn't read them. So the Class 142 is arriving in its TFW livery, featuring LED headlights, 2-leaf bifold doors, updated door open/close operating buttons, standard equipment, and additional key modelling details such as the smash glass to access the emergency door handle, which is non-operational, and NRN, which is known as National Radio Network, and GSMR antennas. The timetable included is set in 2019, where the service pattern on the Valley lines was quite different compared to how it is now. Instead of trains going from Covington to Penarth, the trains for Cutting instead went to Radar, a journey much quicker by foot as it's a U-shape. Gets to know. The Penarth trains instead go to Bargoed and Rymey instead of Covington. The 142s run most of the Valley Line diagrams, but in 2019, TFW had a couple of Class 37 diagrams with Mark II F coaches running services up to Rymey, which will be able to drive up to Heath High level. The timetable will also be including the 802s, the 150s, the 165s, and the HST Castle sets for GWR traffic, 170s, and the once-a-day Class 224 cross-country. For longer distance services from TFW, we will also have the Class 150s in the Arriva Wales livery. We'll be sharing more details shortly about when you can expect to pick up this add-on, so be sure to follow the socials and for the latest news. Also from Just Trains, you've got West Coast Main Line Crew to Preston. So, the Just Train teams are continuing well with their development for the announced West Coast Main Line Crew to Preston add-on. So, as a reminder, the route will explore a busy section in northwest England set in the 80s, including the historic railway town of Crewe, as well as a multitude of branches which will allow to explore a number of lesser-known areas, such as the Deepdale branch north of Preston. You'll be driving the 86/4 on high-speed passenger and freight runs between Preston and Crewe, as well as updated and improved Class 20/0 and 47/3 locomotives. Just Trains say that they are continuing to develop the route, and they wanted to provide a new selection of work-in-progress screenshots illustrating the front end and variations of the 47/3, along with an image of the updated cab featuring the vital slow speed control for MGR coal operations. Along with the 47/3, they are proud to display some images of the route itself, including Winsford Station, Salopgood Junction Signal Box, Crewe Resty Lane, Fiddler's Ferry Power Station, Warrington, Wigan Springs Branch TMD, and Newton Le Willow Station. We'll continue to be sharing more news from the Just Trains teams as they share progress updates, and equally, if you're looking to read more from their own blogs, be sure to visit the Just Trains in Development blog page, which will also be linked down below, for more information on the 142 and the Crewe to Preston route. And next from Skyhook Games, Cargo Line Volume 5 Nuclear. So, It was announced back in June this year. Skyhook are working hard on the next addition to the popular Cargo Line series. This time, they're going nuclear. So let's hear a quick summary of the pack and history for this add-on. So Skyhook say that they are introducing the FNAD Flask carrier wagons and a perfect partner, the Type 1 Class 20/3 diesel loco in an unbranded Oxford Blue livery. This pack represents where, during 1994, Direct Rail Services had the sole purpose of taking over rail-based handling of nuclear material from British Rail, eventually operating a fleet of 21 examples of the English Electric Type 1s, being significantly upgraded with long-range fuel tanks, group standard headlight clusters, high-impact windscreens, and a complete cab rebuild before outshopping them in iconic Oxford Blue with fully yellow ends and red buffer beams. In the 2010s, it was identified that replacements were required. The new batch featured several major updates, including exposed framing, different bogies, and the ability to carry a wider range of flask designs. Despite the reduction in nuclear power plants in the UK since millennium, the FNA-Ds can still be seen in use across much of the UK. Progress is coming along very well from these couple of screenshots, and just next week we'll be back with a full announced article for a Cargo Line Volume 5, exploring all the details about the pack you could want to discover ahead of its release, and a wider range of new images. And that cab screenshot is looking very good. Anyways, next one, the BR Class 90 from Alan Thompson. So, they are coming back with some new screenshots following our announcement of this add-on from the ATS team. So, let's see what they've got to say. The ATS team say progress on the Class 90 road pack for TSW continues at a pace. Since the last roadmap, members of the ATS team have taken part in a dedicated recording session to capture the full sound set for the Class 90, ensuring an authentic audio experience. Gameplay development has been led by ATS, with simulgraph work progressing in close collaboration with the excellent team at And Games. We're pleased to report that the light at the end of the tunnel is very bright. Gameplay is nearing completion. Livery creation has been handled by Imbu, who delivered a diverse and high-quality set of liveries that complement the pack's flexible service mode. Players will also be able to choose the freight run that suits them best, adding replayability and variety. Please note, images that are displayed in this article may depict content that's still in development. The licensed brands may not have been approved by their respective owner, and some artwork may still be pending approval. With a rich feature set and a deeply authentic driving experience, we're confident the community will appreciate the attention to detail and realism this pack delivers. Cheers ATS, it's great to hear more details about the project and the wonderful collaboration between your team and with the and Imbu groups. And Imbu groups. And next, a bit of news about the Railway Line Richmond extension. So, we also have a short update from Johannes at Incredible Trains, creator of the London Underground Railway Line, which released back in March, about his current project to extend the route to Richmond and the potential for further improvements. So, Johannes says that progress has been steady, but he's looking to bring up the route to current TSW6 standards, added announcements, train faults, and temporary speed restrictions, but waited to confirm the option to use real announcements first. He's also noted looking at key fixes from the original release alongside this update to support performance and improve the experience, but we'll keep you updated of what changes will come once Johannes has been able to complete his work on the project. We're excited to share more, and we know many of you are eager to get your hands on these updates, so we'll keep you informed as Johannes continues to improve and bring new features to the route. So that's the Railway Line, and there's a new TSW partner coming by the name of Firefly Simulations. So once again this month we have the privilege to formally introduce new partners to our partner program, with Firefly Simulations joining the ranks, composed of members that you may know from across our online communities. Whilst we don't have details of their release this month, we wanted to give you a chance to learn more about their team ahead of any announcements on the horizon. So, the team currently comprises of 5 people, but will likely be expanding in the future. Rather than speak for everyone on my team, I'm going to let each of them say a little bit about themselves and where you are likely to know them from. So we've got Bulk/Adam, who did the West Coast Moonlight South timetable bond, which was awesome. Beska, also known as Steve, who's part of several teams creating routes and trains for a Japanese simulator called BVE, one of which was a fictional route called Network West Midlands. So if you play BVE, you might recognise him. And they got Charlie, also apparently known as Charlie. I don't know why that's in the article. People may have seen my name around the TS community website, but some of my own mods collaborating on others, and then he's in charge of the train setup. And then Jetwash, also known as James, basically fell into love with train sims back in 2018, and he's basically done a number of his own mods and collaborated on many others. He's really proud of what we have achieved in a short space of time, and I'm looking forward to this route breaking cover. Ooh, what's the route? Most people, and then we got Spratty, known as Eddie. So most people will know me on the TS community website for mods I've made for the PC users, such as the Class 66 Mega Pack and the West Coast Mainline Enhancement Pack. He works on scenery and 3D model creation. So, yes, and then there's quite a bit of Q&A stuff there, which you can read about in the article, which I will link down below. And there's additional add-ons in development. And as a final note on this section, we have further add-ons progressing well from more partners. We won't always share news on everything with each roadmap obstacle if there's no major updates at this stage. Some add-ons from recent roadmaps, this includes the Liberty Star Park of Vector Simulations, Lisbon to Such a Bull from Virtuavia 360, Tajami, the Class 171 and the 377-3 pack, the Expect DBBR 145 from Train Simulator Germany, as well as the DBBR 420 from them as well, and then the HST Farewell Tour pack and the GWR remaster from Grumpdog Games. And we're definitely excited to get more information on the countries, but do not worry, no news doesn't mean progress has started, and we'll update you soon when we have more to reveal. We do have some fun events planned for our final update before the end of the year, so get ready for a joyful season ahead. And just in case you missed it, there has been some updates to TSW, such as a couple of core updates and a Birmingham Crew hotfix update. And there's upcoming updates as well. So there's another TSW core update coming on November 10th. Well, the week of. Our next scheduled core update currently being tested by our teams and aiming to contain further core improvements from feedback following TSW6's release and a wider range of improvements for the recently released Bone to Career route. Once we confirm the improvements coming with the patch, we'll look to share the news with you all. And then, to top it all off, Epic Games compatible content. So, from TSW6's launch, the Epic Games Store has supported a curated selection of the most played compatible content available to play. We know that has been frustrating when we've heard the feedback from the communities. As of our update earlier this week, we can now confirm all the remaining entitlements have been added and available to install in TSW6, allowing you to bring your collections across to the latest version of TSW and enjoy the latest previous and upcoming remasters for all your own compatible content. This final batch includes a further 72 add-ons, following our initial update that featured 17 add-ons, and so we won't be able to list these all in the thread. But please feel free to check out our Epic Games TSW6 support page to find out more information. And if you're still experiencing any issues, please let our teams know via our support tickets, the forums, or the Discord. We greatly appreciate your time waiting whilst we bring back all the entitlements you expect to Epic Games, ensuring that the compatibility is fully supported. And then you got the D-branded Caltrain compatible content for PlayStation users. As a quick note for players on PlayStation who didn't redeem the D-branded Caltrain add-ons and downloaded them in TSW5, we're aware that these entitlements have been carrying across the TSW6 as expected. Dovetail have been in contact with PlayStation and have been able to implement a special case workaround to give you all the access needed, and we're aiming to set this live tomorrow, Friday, 7th November from 10 AM, allowing you to download the TSW6 versions. Be sure to claim these add-ons if you have related entitlements to get the contents in TSW6 and onwards. And then there's new mastery challenges. So for the November mastery decal for this month, you need to complete 3 scenarios / timetable services while it's raining, and drive 50 miles / 80 kilometers. And then tier 2, to unlock the poster, you need to, in a single free roam session, find a collectible, walk 1 kilometer, and drive 10 kilometers. You need to complete 6 scenarios and drive 300 miles. Why is it not 500? That would have been funny. And then you can start unlocking those as we speak. Also, also in the article was some talk about Metro rivals. Nothing new announced really. So, I did a video on that when it was announced. So that can be shown as an info card and also a link in the description. And then you can wishlist Metro rivals now on the relevant platforms. And Dovetail are apparently heading to the moon, so they're going to the To the Moon Expo, and you can explore the range of games including TSW6 and get an exclusive first hands-on look at our brand new game, which is Metro Rivals. What's even better is that they're offering a discount. Look at the article for the relevant information. And then you got the roadmap stream tonight with Matt and Alex. And you can send questions in advance on the roadmap Q&A thread on the forums. And I will answer as many as I can. The stream will begin from 7 PM UTC, so basically, if you're watching this, it's already live. And then you can join them, and then obviously just some spiel about the forums, Discord, and community-led spaces that Dovetail are active in. So yes, that is the roadmap for this month. Nice 33 minutes of me waffling on about roadmap stuff. So hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, give this video a like. If you fancy it, subscribe for more content like TSW, SimRail, Subway Sim, Trains, Train Simulator Classic, and other stuff like that. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video and have a great day. Goodbye.